Hello, JoJo's Daily Dose, part 9. So, I wanted to call into question how much you are outsourcing energetically in your life right now. Because, we're so focused into this experience, into this reality, through this body and very much through our mind, right? And the way that we've been trained into it. So through the personality self, bit of ego in there, all that kind of stuff, right? So the small self, I like to just sort of term that. And yet we are so much greater. And we have so much more ability and technology and resources to pull from than we may be able to identify just with that small self, right? And, the thing is, it won't automatically operate for us unless we command it, unless we call it forth, all of that, right? We kind of have to ask. And so, it's just about utilizing the divine intelligence that runs through all things, right? That divinely intelligent force, the life force energy. It's about utilizing our own recognition of ourself as that life force energy, as source, as creator energy. And, recognizing that we could use that for our own benefit in our daily life. And so, there's many ways that we can do this. I'm going to pull up an example that I think I may have even talked about in the Inside Hustle. But essentially, when my dad got really sick in 2017, and he got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and 12 weeks to live. And with, some natural holistic therapies and stuff, he lasted sort of like 6 months, but he was definitely on his way out. And he knew it, we knew it, everyone knew it. But he was, whether unconsciously or consciously, holding on a little bit. And so I had seen this woman, Jean Slatter, talk about this technique of hiring from the heavens, where you literally create a spiritual committee to help assist in whatever it is. So you might be selling a house, you might be trying to find love, you might be starting a business, you might need some support in whatever. In my case, I wanted to help my dad transition to the other side. And so I sort of sat down and brainstormed who I would need in his team. So I wanted someone who was going to give him a spiritual gin and tonic when he arrived. I wanted someone who was in charge of logistics so he didn't get lost in the crossover. I wanted someone who was a body spirit specialist to help him detach from his body so he can just let go. So I hired this team of 12 or 13 spiritual assistants, so to speak, right? To literally help my dad transition. And, because it just felt like he was hanging on. And I tell you what, I did that, put it into place and did a little meditation and ceremony and whatever and called him all the things, asked for it, called it forth. And literally a couple of days later, he passed on. And I didn't tell my mum until I think it was years later. And literally she's like, "What? You killed my husband?" Yes, I did. I killed my dad with my spiritual committee because he was not passing on quick enough. I know. But great example. Funny. And I think you're going to get it. And so, that's just one example of how you can wield your energetic power. But equally, really simple things like calling it forth every day. Usually, every morning when I wake up, I invite or invoke my true self, right? Some people might call it the higher self. Some people might call in their angels, whatever it is. But I call in another aspect of me that's got a bigger picture, that's tapped into the thing, to sort of take over and invoke them into my day and take the reins. And it's really good practice to just do that. It takes literally probably 5 seconds to just have that thought and intention. And obviously you can get more elaborate with it. But yeah, it's just literally about calling and invoking that intelligence that you have access to on an energetic level into your day more often for your greatest benefit. So I hope you enjoyed today's JoJo's Daily Dose of Wisdom, and I will see you here again tomorrow. Mwah.